Well, we started Knaggs Guitars in 2009. Peter and I began the company in August and started building around April. I'd already had a couple designs, Chesapeake's, the Severn and the Chop Tank, and the Patuxent here and the Potomac. And what we decided to do was come out with another line, the Influence line, which was a shorter scale, carved tops, and so I ended up designing 4 more models out of that, and which is the Cheyenne, the Chenna, the Kia, and the Kenai. And so that kind of launched the brand. We launched the brand in Germany at the Frankfurt show in 2010, and since then we've been trying to get production up and building all the different models, all the different tiers.
We didn't really have much money when we started, actually no money. So it was you know, Joe and the growing team building and myself trying to get the word out and engage with consumers, dealers, the media. Obviously I have lots of contacts, global contacts, to magazines and to players and to artists. Due to the lack of money and funding, you know, it was mainly social media, it was mainly engaging with anybody who was interested in what we were doing.
I'm such a fan of workmanship. What can I say? This is gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
You know, and all the lacquers, right? There's no seams, no nothing. The sound in the chord is really full, but somewhere or other the basic harmonic of the chord is beating.
It might be a little bit out of tune. I don't know.
No, listen.
No? It's all through the body of the guitar. That's what you're hearing. Because it just...
Yeah, and then he hits this chord.
Yeah, it's natural
That's
chorusing.
beautiful.
It's natural
that is
chorusing.
really amazing.
I want the guitar to ring. I want the guitar to sustain. You can control the sustain yourself. You can't make sustain. So that is really what we're after here. We're after the guitars to, when you strum them, they ring and they ring on and on and on, because that's when you know you're getting the different harmonic levels, because those harmonic levels interact with each other and create an ongoing sound.
He can do it all. He can carve, he can spray, he can build. I mean, whatever is needed to get a guitar completed. You know, he was heading R&D at PRS and also started the private stock program initially. So, you know, build a lot of artist guitars. That's how it started. Guitar of the Month and then artist guitars, which led him to getting more involved in design. He was running the product development meeting where we would sit together with marketing people, production, R&D, and you know, basically talk about what we were going to do, what we were going to come up in the future. And so I think, yes, he's very well known.
You know, really where I came up with this idea of the color was driving into work. I looked out in the field and there was burgundy flowers out there with wheat color, you know, field behind it with white, and I was just like, you know, that'd be a cool color combination, you know. So that's kind of how I'm looking at the colors and stuff like that. I try to look at what nature's side of it is. You know, when you look into what nature does, there's some crazy color combinations that you would never think would work, but you look at them and go, wow, that is really cool.
It's also very deco. Something about this color combination.
My idea was to have a lineup of models that, you know, 2 different lines, the Chesapeake line and the Influence line, that would kind of have appointments that these classic instruments have, but also with our own twist and also with improvements wherever we were able to make them.
And in the case of Stradivarius, he wanted to make instruments by himself. He wanted to control what was going on with the instrument he was building.
he wanted to do it in a small shop and enjoy that solitude that you can get out of building a guitar. You know, one of my favorite things is building an acoustic and doing it with nobody else around, or even just with one other person that I'm working with, and really being able to listen for what you're doing and take your time shaving the braces, make sure that you're getting your top thickness right, all the things that you're looking to do to make the guitar ring. And to me, that's the biggest similarity. He was looking for an instrument that had a certain sound, and basically a instrument that would ring, okay? That to me is the biggest similarity.